When the people of Israel began returning to their land after the exile, one of their first tasks was to rebuild the temple. It was the place where they would offer sacrifices. It was the place where they would worship the Lord, and it symbolized the place where God would live among them. But when they returned, many of the Jews neglected this responsibility. They got lazy. They grew accustomed to living in their own houses, enjoying their own land. And they were discouraged that the temple that they would build wouldn't be nearly as beautiful as the temple that was already destroyed. So God sent Haggai to encourage them. Haggai reminded them of their task and prophesied that this new temple would indeed be more glorious than the previous temple. The new temple wouldn't be as luxurious, it wouldn't be built with as many precious metals, and it wouldn't contain the Ark of the Covenant, but it would be standing when the Messiah walked the earth in the flesh, and Jesus himself would actually stand within its walls. Solomon's temple never had that honor, so truly the second temple was more glorious than the first. Haggai was one of the few prophets who actually got his message across to the people that he preached to. The Jews banded together and rebuilt the temple, and they were reminded of God's provision and presence once again. You know, it's very easy for us to get complacent. Rather than actively pursuing the things that God's called us to, it's very natural for us to get lazy and only do those things that don't require much effort and risk. But God doesn't call us to live easy lives. He calls us to be faithful. He calls us to do His work. It's not time for us to enjoy our quiet, easy, peaceful, purposeless lives at home when there's work to be done to the glory of God. Are there things that God's called you to that you've been dragging your feet about? Get up, get working, and do it all to the glory of God. God bless you and see you tomorrow.